Brothers and sisters, coming back with another one, you know what I'm saying, in the KJV. And today, we're going to deal with gossip. It's the most deadliest thing you can get comfortable with, gossiping, because this is where you get the term a person being two-faced. They one way in your face, but they're another way behind your back. These are people who gossip. And I'm guilty of these things. We all done these things. But it's a difference between a person who know they need to stop doing it versus a person that think it's okay to do it. And that's what you got a lot of these people out here, you know, when it comes to this internet. This is what they make content off of. They make content off gossiping about people. Now, if you've noticed, when you do come to these type of channels, I don't name nobody's names. I don't have to do that. What I do in the Mashiach is that I name behaviors, intentions, desires. I name things that people can get caught up doing or they are doing out here. I don't have to put a name to that. So a lot of my conflicts with people over the years have been, I said something and they got triggered, even though I didn't say their name or anything, but for some reason, they felt like I was talking to them. And I ain't had to mention their name not one time. All right? Didn't even make no inkling that I was talking about them, but it was something I said that triggered them on the inside, that these people just had to step to me and let me know that they had a problem with what I said. But nonetheless, when you're in the Mashiach, you practice, when you're practicing not to be a gossiper, when you dealing with people, you don't have to expose secrets. You don't have to have dirt on people, so to speak. You don't have to do these things to get your point across. You don't have to fake. All right. You ain't got to be like that, especially when you're at work and you're around people. And it's easy to get caught up in these things when you're at like a place like work or something, or you're out doing what you're doing and, you know, conversations spark or whatever. And then, you know, how things get led to whatever. But gossip is a very dangerous thing to get caught up in, because what you end up doing is leaving yourself vulnerable. All right. Because it says a lot about you as a person if you don't catch yourself right away when you're in gossip. Because a lot of people, you know, this is how they get through their day. This is how they create their social clubs. This is how they keep certain cliques within the family. It's all depend on who's gossiping about who, or who got the gossip on who. You know what I'm saying? So that's how these people move around. But it's amazing to me. You know, the older I get, I'm in the 40 club. You know what I'm saying? You see the grays. You know, it's amazing to me. The more I read the script, man, like you literally can see this. Like people are doing these things. And most of these people that do these things be the same people that deny the script, don't even understand that you're being read like a book. Like we can see you play out the scriptures. Like the scriptures are, hold on, help me, Aleem. Slow down. I'm going to slow down. These type of people who do these things against the scripts, they're like proving the scripts right by the way they live. All right. And the way they move around and how they deal with people. It exposes these people. All right. So what I'm about to read ain't nothing you ain't never heard before, man. Nothing you ain't never heard before. And when I read these things, I want you to keep in mind. I want you to keep in mind that a lot of people are like this, okay? These are not friends. And I'm talking about the ones who they think it's okay. A lot of them make content off gossip. That's what their whole content is about, gossiping. These are not friends. These are not people you want to put your trust in, bro, because your business is not private with these people. That's why, you know, I have people over the years ask me, and I still got some older dudes that I deal with on an associate standpoint. You know, they don't see me with no woman, you know what I'm saying? And they see me with a physique that I'm attractive enough to be with a woman. So they always got to be all weird in this immoral sexual attitude when they come around me, because they trying to figure out how are you this young man, or you're a young man but you older and you ain't got no woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on with you? And what these people would try to do is they want to get in your life and they want to find something about you that they want to gossip about to whoever they talking to behind your back. So this is one reason why you got to be comfortable or be cautious around people who always are asking things about you that they ain't none of their business, or they bringing somebody else's business to you that it's unnecessary why they bringing it up. You know what I mean? And Satan will creep in like that, dude. And the whole tactic is to get information out of you. That's the whole thing. I don't care if it's family settings. I don't care if it's a marriage. I don't care if it's between elders and other elders, adults and other adult children. It doesn't matter. When Satan grabs a hold of a person's heart, a person that has no conviction of any wrongdoing that they got going on in their life, these type of people are very dangerous to a person that tries to live right and wants to live right. They're very dangerous people, man, and they come subtle in your life. And most of these hypocrites, this is what you'll notice about a gossiping hypocrite. Once they get certain information out of you, you won't see them for a while. You won't, for some reason, it's something you will say to them. For some reason, it's like they'll be there for a period of time, and then boom, they'll just disappear. Okay? And then at a weird time, they'll come back around and acting though as if y'all was around the whole time, when the whole time they was away from you, they was talking trash behind your back. And me reading these scriptures, I want you to keep in mind that these are these type of people, man. All right? They come with smiles. They're well groomed. You got the older people out here, they use the hair dye. So they really try to preserve their youth because, they want to seem like they're, what you call it out here? What's the word for that? Vibrant. They want to seem vibrant. So that's usually when you see a person that's, they're older, but they have a youth, you know what I'm saying? So it's easy to drop your guard. Oh, this person looks like they have a healthy lifestyle, but these are some deadly hypocrites, man. You know what I'm saying? These are some wicked, nasty, ugly hypocrites, dude, that you do not want to be sharing a lot of stuff with. All right? So I'm going to read these things to you. Y'all heard these things. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 28. A froward man soweth strife, and a whisperer separateth chief friends. Did you hear that? Let's look up something real quick, man.
Froward.
Of a person difficult to deal with, contrary. A gossiper. Listen, man. One thing about a gossiper, hypocrite, they the most biggest attention whores in the world. The gossip is to bring attention. It's to draw disciples. It's to create whatever group that they can be the head of. They're the head gossipers, but they got their gospel cliques. Help me out, Lane. They got their gossip cliques on the side, in their little order, in their little group. And this is what keeps all of them together. What's the gossip topic today? Who is the topic of the gossip today? That's it. I used to hate it, especially when I started off early in the workforce. Man, it was like certain areas you'll be working and it'd be like, man, we got all this work to do. And you got all these hypocrites want to sit around somewhere. Now, mind you, we got 8, 10, 12 hours to do what we got to do. Some of us got 2 or 3 jobs after we get done with one. Hypocrites want to sit around all day gossiping their way through the work. Okay? I ain't never felt comfortable with that, man. Sitting around talking about people all day long, man. Like I said, it's easy to get caught up in it. It's easy to get caught up in it because these hypocrites know a way to come to you like they're being innocent and, and they don't mean no harm. But these hypocrites come opposite of that. They coming to start trash. They're coming to see what they can use to stir up some drama. And these hypocrites got smooth sounding voices. They use their manners very well. There's one hypocrite on here, man. I'm like, dude, he is the he is the example of what a two-tongued, two-faced hypocrite is. His sound, everything, the way his delivery is, he has pointers, but he turns around and show how much of a hypocrite he is. And this is the type of person you do not want them to know nothing about you, because all they're going to do is blow it up, add things to it that ain't true, and gossip that mess as long as he or she can. So it talks about a froward man soweth strife.
Strife.
Angry or bitter disagreement over fundamental issues, conflict. So this is what gossip do. It causes anger and bitterness. So just understand, when you're around a hypocrite that likes to gossip, do you see what they really like to do? They like to anger people. They like to see people bitter and having conflicts with one another. That's the hypocrite. Like I said, they just like Satan. He comes like a messenger of light, you know. He comes like he's your friend. He comes like he has some great news for you. The hypocrite is a dog. He's a dirty little weird hypocrite that needs to get beat like a wild stray dog. He needs to get beat down. He's going to get it. The Savior got something for him. But I'm just saying, that hypocrite and the people who like them are no good. But these hypocrites all know how to look like they're not those type of people. This is what I'm trying to put you on. They all know how to look like they not those type of people, but they are those people. They like to see people angry and bitter and conflicting with each other while they sit back in the cut and act like they're just, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why this environment is like it is. I don't know. I'm just being calm and collected. I don't know why everybody's acting. Be the main one starting the fire. Melanie. And it says, and a whisperer separates chief friends. So it lets you know when it comes to a person who's he's a gossiper or she's a gossiper. These are busybodies, man. That's all they do is run their damn mouth everywhere they go. And it be about people that they don't even have no business having them in their mouth. They ain't got no business even talking. Dude, I'm Elohim. I've had an experience of living with, I've never had it. I've dealt with people, man, who were gossipers, and they was bad for my, to be in a company, and it was bad for me to be around. But I've never actually lived with a person that was like that. That was not my relative or my friend or anything. We didn't grow up out the sandbox. And you living with some person where because of the circumstances, the way they are, you have to actually be with this person. And you find out this person is a gossiper. That means nothing that you got going on is private. Everything about you that this hypocrite is hanging around, like everything they know about you, whoever this person is hanging around, they know about you. And it ain't even about you. When you around these type of people and you know these things, you can feel that these hypocrites is talking trash and fabricating things. But that's what gossipers do. They don't have no real life. Their whole life is revolved around lying on people they gossiping about just to draw people to them, because naturally, when it comes to just being who they are, nobody wants to be around them, because naturally they not people that are, you're not interested in that type of people, man. They ain't got nothing going on. Their whole life revolves around everybody else's life. They don't have no hobbies. They don't have nothing positive going on. They don't have nothing that separates them from everybody. Everybody is their gossip. You know what I'm saying? What's going on over here? What's going on over there? Let me dip off and see. I mean, dude, that's their whole life. And when you look at these people on the internet, they make money off gossiping about people. This is what they use a little cute word now, content. No, that's gossip. They make money off gossiping about people. That's what they do. And people who love gossip support those people. Let's see, I'm making nothing up. And for you hypocrites that come out here, and I know when you start hitting hypocrites with these type of things, the first thing they'll do in their secrets, they'll start saying, oh, because you broke, you ain't got no money. Hypocrite, if that's the only thing that you can use to justify the wickedness that you're doing, then so be it. But it just because you justifying it by trying to make me look some type of way doesn't change the fact that you ain't doing nothing. So if money is what you using as, well, at least I'm getting money, then keep that same energy until you die, hypocrite. Who cares? Your time's almost up anyway. Now, Proverbs 21 and 23. This is real. This is real right here, Lahim. Proverbs 21, chapter 21, verse 23. Whoso keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth his soul from troubles. Now, what I want to put in your mind is, it also talks about in the script how the wicked run when nobody's chasing them. I heard a dude, tell me, Allahim. When I heard this, I was tripping. Because this person on the outward appearance seems so strong. They seem so, so respected by whoever they're around. When I heard this guy, he was talking about how, I forgot what the conversation came down to, but it came down to his children or whatever. And he was like, and he lives in a very nice neighborhood and everything, gated community. And talking about how, everybody in that neighborhood is his race, but at the same time he's scared to let his children play in his front yard or in his backyard. And this person is a gossiper, so I'm not making up something like this person says something. I'm just assuming this person makes money off gossip content. So I understand why he or a person too can be afraid for their children, because you out here spreading things about people. And you afraid that somebody gonna come down on you. But that's what happens when you are a gossiper. You bring trouble to yourself to where ain't nobody even thinking about you like that. But you know that you gossiping the way you are. It puts a fear in you that it confuses you. Because you're like, why am I feeling like I'm in trouble? But it's because your gossip. Do you understand that? And these people move in fear. Like I'm getting to the point now, and I got a little bit more mature now in the Gospels, that I can see past the facade of a voice tone or a nice outfit or a career path or what. I can look past all of that and see these people are very fearful people. They're very afraid for their lives, and they go to great lengths to move in areas where they still want to do the wickedness, but they want to be in a safe place while they're doing it. I know it doesn't make sense to the believers about how unbelievers think, but this is how they think. They are wicked people. They're very naughty people. All right. But they always looking for a space in the earth where they feel like, they're protected. So if they say some evil, do some evil, they're in an area where they're far away from any evil coming to get them, but they're not. And these people move in a fearful way. I mean, everything about them is very fearful, but they know how to, for people who are ignorant of that, they know how to put this two-faced attitude in front of these people, and these people will fall for the trap. But a person that's in the script, we see past all that, man. Y'all some fearful people. And the sad thing is, the trouble that these type of people cause on themselves is their fault because of their gossip. So it says in Proverbs chapter 21 and 23, whoso keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth his soul from troubles. That's on the inside. Can't fake this. And take out a little hot. I grew up in church, like most of us, that's in my age group in the 40 club. We grew up under the baby boomers. A lot of gossip was going on back there, man. In the church, man, I can remember those traditions, bro. Late after the tradition was over, how the women would be sitting in one room gossiping their head off. The men to be somewhere gossiping their head off. And us children be, eavesdropping on what they talking about. Be hearing stories like, what the heck? And then these same people will go to church and they all be all proper and dressed. The women always got their hats and, all the men and put that hair dye in for they can hide the grays and all look like they're just these innocent people that, didn't speak any evil at all. They're just so in the spirit around their family. It's disgusting, man. I just see the trash for what it is. It's just like, man, ugh, man. Ugh. But they in there. Listen to this. James chapter 1, verse 26. If any man among you seem to be religious, and brideth not his tongue, but deceiveth his own heart, this man's religion is vain. Come on now. Come on. Emily. And Emily. Oh, man.
Vain.
Having or showing an excessively high opinion of one's appearance, abilities, or worth. Conceited, narcissistic, self-loving, self-admiring, self-regarding. Yep. So basically, these type of people have a custom-made religion. They make up their own religions, and I was speaking on that for a while too, about how people try to create their own self-righteousness, their own fairness of doing things, and it's really their own righteousness, which really is hypocrisy, because it's, like I said, they're the ones that make the decision on who they feel deserves to be treated good by them or who deserves to be treated bad by them. These people are hypocrites. These are the worst people to be linked up in any way, shape, or form with, bro. I don't give a care what it is. It's bad all around. And it talks about how these people deceiveth their own heart being this way. They don't control the things they say about people when they around other people. They don't control that. They don't even have a conviction when they speaking on a person not having evidence. And that's where you get these little cute words like roasting people and all. When you hear words like roasting or capping, these people are liars. Those are just another words for you're lying. Or I'm lying. I'm roasting you. I know I'm lying on you. That's what that is. Oh, stop capping. What? No, stop lying. That's what these people be doing. They be doing a lot of roasting and a lot of capping. They do a lot of lying. Okay? And they have no conviction of it because they've been traditionally programmed. Oh, we're just, put the cute names on. We're just roasting. We're just having fun. No, hypocrite, you're just lying. That's what you're doing. You're a liar. Call it what it is. Call it what it is. And these type of people deceive their hearts all the time. And because they deceive their hearts, their mouth is always chirping on somebody's life. That's why they got these big groups. These ain't nothing but big old, huge, nasty, filthy gossip groups. That's all they is. Nasty hypocrite. Look at. And the sad thing about it, even within these type of groups, ain't nobody safe. Listen to this right here, man. Proverbs chapter 20, verse 19. He that goeth about as a talebearer revealeth secrets. Therefore meddle not with him that flattereth with his lips. Did you hear that? That's what gossipers do. When they want to gossip either about you or gossip about somebody to you, this is how they gonna come. They gonna come in a flattering way first. They're gonna come acting like they're concerned about you. Hey, how you doing, man? You good? How you doing, girl? I like your hair. Oh, brother, I like them shoes when you get the front. Then they start going ahead tippy-toeing their way into getting you and pulling you into some wickedness. Hey, you hear about so-and-so? And next thing you know, if you ain't careful, you tagging along in the trash. We all done fell into this before, man. Be careful out here, man. So it says, he that goeth about as a talebearer revealeth secrets. Therefore meddle not with him that flattereth with his lips. This is how all them gossiping hypocrites always come when they want to gossip about something. They always come flattering you because that's the way to get you to drop your guard. Let's look up something real quick.
Talebearer.
A person who maliciously gossips or reveals secrets. Tattletale. Blabbermouth. Blabber. Am I saying it right? Blabber? Okay. Loudmouth. Snitch. Dang. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of snitching. Yeah, that's what they be doing, man. But the script say don't meddle with them type of people. Don't even meddle with them. Don't mess with them, dude. And look, all these hypocrites, all these hypocrites that gossip like that, all they do is flatter their way into people's lives. That's what they do. They flatter. They flatter their way into job positions like this. They flatter their way into church events or whatever. Church atmosphere environments like this. They flatter their way into everything. Their whole life is a game. It's just a fake way they like pretending to be in order to either get into somebody's life or to pull somebody into their trash. Flattering. Which I believe, Elohim, that's one of Satan's greatest tricks on a person. He flatters. I mean, he tried to do it to Mashiach. If you be the son. If you be the son. You know? Quoting scriptures where it was saying about how Elohim was going to protect the Mashiach if such and such would happen. Satan, man, that little dirty. But a lot of these hypocrites is like him. Let's keep it going. And this is where, you know, what's going to be sad for a lot of these unbelievers out here, man, because they not only deny the script, but they deny the Most High. They deny the Savior who he built the new covenant on. So these people don't have no prayer life. All the sins that these people have done, and because of their unbelief, there is no repentance. They have not repented. So those sins are still there, stacked on these people. Unrepented sins that only Elohim know how high those sins are stacked up. And these people don't even understand, because of their unbelief, these things are going to be held against them when the time of judgment comes that only Elohim knows about. And these people that are doing these things now are going to be help me, Elohim. They're going to be shown evidence of their hypocrisies throughout their lives. And because of their unbelief and their lack of a prayer life, they don't believe in the script. They're into everything else but what they spirit need. These people are going to be very, very not only fearful, but shameful. They're going to feel everything negative when that judgment day comes, because all they trash is going to be revealed on that day. And you talking about an unrepentant unbeliever? Man, ain't nothing you did was repented for. You never repented for none of that trash. All that trash is going to be laid out for you to see. All right? For you to see. And whoever Elohim allows to see it. Listen to this, man. Matthew chapter 12, verse 36. But I say unto you, that every idle word that men will speak, they will give an account thereof in the day of judgment. Every idle word. Come on, let's look something up real quick. Elohim.
Idle.
Of a person avoiding work, lazy. These are people who don't pay attention to the things that's coming out of their mouth. These gossip people don't care about what they saying. All they looking at is what type of attention that they drawing to themselves. But these type of people are lazy people for real. See, I love the script because it put things in order. What really truly is lazy, what truly is hard work, what truly is discipline. It's none of this trash down here. These hypocrites in this world full of that man tradition. They trying to put these words on these things, discipline on. Nah, man, you look at the script. This is spiritual. It has to be spirit first. And this is not no sprint. Like we all heard the elders say, this is a marathon. And a lot of people haven't even got off the starting line, man. They still at the starting line. The gun been shot. Okay? These people still back there at the starting line, having worked on their spirit since they heard the truth. And these hypocrites, because they can look outwardly like they're maturing and sound outwardly like they're advancing. No, you're dumb, dude. You ain't even got off the starting line, dude. Elohim. And it also said, oh my God, I've never even seen that. I've never seen that.
Idle.
It says part 2, without purpose or effect, pointless. So a gossiper, dude, you can go on YouTube, go on any channel where people call themselves having podcasts and whatever, where they all sitting up talking about everybody. Without purpose or effect. So it don't even mean nothing. And you know what? The sad thing about it is, a lot of these hypocrites know it don't mean nothing. That's why they always bring up that damn money after the truth is put out. Like, oh, all you doing is, well, at least I'm making money. That's their way of being like, well, yeah, I know it ain't trash. I know it ain't nothing, but at least I'm making some money. Oh my God. You bring that trash to the Most High when it's time. I pray in Elohim, when you type of hypocrites die out of this world, and however that's going to go, when you see the King, I pray he reminds you, hey, bring that up to him. When he bring all your trash out of what you did throughout your life, I want you to say to the King, well, at least I made some money. I dare you, hypocrite. I dare you, hypocrites, to do it. But it says without purpose or effect, pointless. Frivolous, am I saying that right? Trifling, petty, foolish. Said it, stupid. Listen, I ain't saying listen. Hear how they talking, brothers and sisters. Don't listen, because to listen, you're going to be following them hypocrite. But hear what they saying for you can understand. These hypocrites most of the time be saying stupid stuff. They don't even, it has no purpose. It's pointless. It's trash. And I'm telling you, gossip people are some of the most lukewarm people that you've ever seen or heard. Okay? Because like I said, they have pointers of truth, but you hear that trash come out of them right after they put out the pointers. And it's back and forth. It's a rotation of it. It's a rotation of truth and lies and truth. They just mix it all in. But look, in the heavens, there's books of what you've been saying. And y'all ain't got no prayer life. So if you did have a real prayer life, I could see Elohim erasing those things. But y'all don't. So all that stuff been written down. Man, Elohim. Forgive me for my sins, Elohim. Man, this is deep. Brothers and sisters, this is the path we see these people on while we're all going towards the end of our lives. But these people out here getting this money off gossiping about other people all the time. Listen to this right here, man. Psalms chapter 101, verse 5. Whoso privately slandereth his neighbor, him will I cut off. Him that have an high look and a proud heart will not I suffer. And you got these hypocrites talking down here while they having these channels where they gossip about everybody, talking about how proud they are. How proud. It lets me know how ignorant a lot of these people is of the script. If y'all really knew the Most High, you would know that pride is one of the spirits. He really hates that damn spirit. He really does. He really hates pride for real. And how can y'all sit there and for the little you do know about the script, you know Satan was cast down because he became proud of himself. Why would you even think that pride is a good thing? Or being proud would be, when Satan himself got cast down for being proud or had pride. You hypocrites are some weirdos, man. But listen to this though. Whoso privately slandereth his neighbor. This is what gossipers do. They slander their neighbors all the time. They'll slander their mama to somebody, they daddy. You know what I'm saying? They'll slander the trash out of them just to get some attention. These ain't warnings. These are gossips. This is to draw attention. This is it. And people who gossip need attention from people. They cannot be by themselves. It's like kryptonite, man. They will go crazy if they by themselves in a room or something, or even going on a walk on a nice day. They can't be by themselves. They have to be somewhere where somebody's there or a group of people's there. Okay? Because by themselves, they're going to start realizing on the inside they really not good as they appear to themselves to be, mixed with the deceptions that they tell themselves because of the group of people they around. Whoso privately slandereth his neighbor, him will I cut off. Him that have an high look and a proud heart will not I suffer. So, and you notice, and this is what I fear Elohim too, man, because he let a lot of wicked people and unbelievers live how they want, and these people down here prosper and they living. But this is what's gonna happen at the end. This is what's waiting for them at the end. There's a cutoff, and there's suffering coming. That's why I don't tread. I hear what these hypocrites is saying. I understand their path, and I can move around these hypocrites, dude. Listen. Psalms chapter 34, verse 13. Keep your tongue from evil and your lips from speaking guile. This is practice. You got these hypocrites out here talking about they making this content. These hypocrites be got. And I really feel sorry for the people who are gullible that be listening to these people, because they really sound like little kids that don't have any real parents in their life, and they'll fall for anything that's being said. They'll fall for anything, man. And it's sad to see how easily it is for them to fall for the trash. But it says in Psalms chapter 34, verse 13, keep your tongue from evil and your lips from speaking guile. Let's look up the word guile.
Guile.
Sly or cunning intelligence, which means you're not tricky with your words. You're not being tricky. You're not intentionally trying to be deceptive. That's what a lot of these gossip hypocrites do. That's why it talks about don't meddle with these hypocrites, because they're flatterers. These are hypocrites that use their words and guile. They real slick with how they talk. They real clever at how they use certain words to get you to see them in a way that they're cool and they're down to earth, so to speak. Yeah. Let me on. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Keep your tongue from evil and your lips from speaking guile. Help me, Elohim. I told you to keep in mind, these people can outwardly appear like all kinds of good people, but on the inside, this was going on with them. Help me, Elohim. Titus chapter 3, verse 2, to speak evil of no man, to be no brawlers, but gentle, shewing all meekness unto all men. Do you think now, again, gossipers have a lot of gullible people that trust in them and listen to them and hang on their every word. Do you and these people, like I said, they have mastered the art of sounding like a friend, sounding like they're innocent, sounding like they don't mean any harm, on top of how they look. They know how to play the game. To speak evil of no man, to be no brawlers, but gentle, shewing all meekness. Meekness means humility unto all men. Gossipers, like I said, they know how to sound humble, look humble, but they not humble. These people are evil people who know how to pretend to be good people. That's what gossipers are. They know how to pretend to be good. And for the most part, it's natural for anybody to let their guard down to a person that seems to be good. It's just a natural thing to do. But it's a dangerous thing to do in a time like this, and you not in the script, and you deny the Mashiach, which you're going to deny the Most High. You don't have no prayer life. There's no protection over your spirit. So you just vulnerable to believe anything that comes in your ears or that comes across your eyes. I mean, you truly are vulnerable to be led down the most stupidest paths ever because of your denial of the truth. And end up around people who, even though they look and sound like good people, these are the most evilest people you wish you have never known. And sadly and unfortunately, a lot of people done fell traps to these type of people. Y'all heard about these so-called these leaders over histories destroying thousands or maybe even millions of people. You know what I'm saying? And they all came with this appearance as though they had a goal and an agenda that was going to help lift up a nation. You end up destroying I mean, dude, it's crazy. You see the devil. The hypocrite know how to look like and sound like he's a leader. He sounds like he's on the straight and narrow path, but the actions, you're gonna see things change. And that's what Elohim was talking about. Either make the tree good and its fruit good, or make the tree corrupt and its fruits corrupt. For the tree is known by its fruit. So these people can sit here and talk all this trash. Gospels do it the best. You know, I'm doing this, look what I'm doing for my family, and I got this business open and all this and that. But when you really look at the groups of people that they're around, you know what you're going to find out. You're going to find a lot of gossip, a lot of deceiving, a lot of strife. You're going to find a lot of things going on in the spirit within these groups, dude, that's just not healthy, man. But because they getting money and they be able to feed their stomach and satisfy their flesh, everything's all good. But it ain't for real. Y'all in here? Forgive me for my sins, Elohim, but it has to be read. We all have fell to this trap, brothers and sisters. And see, this what I'm telling you, everything I done told you about a gossiper, how they flatter and they know how to use their voice tones and their outward appearance to draw people in. You know what I'm saying? Listen of what this is going to say about the types of people that like listening to these people. I ain't say hearing them out. I said listen, because when you listen, you're following these people. You're on a direction of what their words are saying. Listen. Proverbs chapter 17 and 4. Chapter 17 verse 4. A wicked doer giveth heed to false lips, and a liar giveth ear to a naughty tongue. So it lets you know gossipers like to listen to gossipers. Liars like to listen to liars. So, brothers and sisters, we practice the truth. Why are some of us surprised when people back away from us or they separate themselves from us? Do you understand who's separating from us and who's backing off from us? These people ain't no good anyway. Let them back off. Let them get on somewhere. Stay in the Bashuras. Don't let the devil trick you out. All right? Because unfortunately, a lot of people in past times and even now, after a long period of time, have been tricked out of the Bashuras, man. Have been tricked out of believing that the new covenant it doesn't matter. And these people have given up on the faith. And now they're around all these people. And in their delusion, they thinking, well, man, this is the best thing that ever happened to me. But no, you are around a lot of wicked people. And because you don't have no protection and your confidence ain't in the truth no more, who else you gonna be around? Where your confidence gonna be? I just talked about this. If you ain't gonna love, Elohim said you can't serve two masters. You got to love somebody. So if you ain't loving the righteous, you gotta love the wicked. And unfortunately, in this modern day, the wicked have the biggest group. Let's just keep it 100. They got the biggest group. They got the biggest crowds, man. Huh? They got the biggest, they got the greatest groups of listeners that's listening to them. But if you in the truth, you ain't bothered by that. You understand that. You're like, huh? Proverbs chapter 17, verse 4. A wicked doer giveth heed to false lips, and a liar giveth ear to a naughty tongue. Really? So you can wrap it up. You know, people listen to music that got all that profanity, all that trash in it. People be watching movies with all that trash in, all them lies in it. People be reading books with all them lies and trash in. They like that stuff. Kids got the children watching the cartoons with all the lies and the trash and all the idol worship in it. They like that. Who are these people? Are they not wicked? Are they not liars? You can't fake it, baby. You just can't do it. That's facts. Listen to this right here, man. Proverbs chapter 26, verse 20. Where no wood is, there the fire goeth out. So where there is no talebearer, the strife cease. Ooh, man, that ain't a lie, man. That ain't a lie. All facts. Hypocrites want to look at me. Oh, you all by yourself. Man, hypocrite. I wake up every day, bro. Like I done had the best sleep last night. I'm talking about wake up like this, you hear me? With the birds chirping. It used to be a point in time I used to wake up, man, here Chris just gossiping, lying, just all day. Now all of a sudden, can't hear a ping. Hypocrite. I ain't hating who said, who's talking about I'm miserable? Who says these things? I'm good. I'm real good, baby. But this is true. Proverbs chapter 26, verse 20, where no wood is, there the fire goeth out. So where there is no talebearer, the strife stops. And let's look up these words one more time before we move forward. I love these things. I'm time. Okay, we good. You know, Lamb? Okay.
Talebearer.
A person who maliciously gossips or reveals secrets. A blabbermouth, loudmouth, snitch, squandaler, pimp. And it says, where there is no talebearer, there is no strife.
Strife.
Angry or bitter disagreement over fundamental issues, conflict. So when these people are out of your life, the conflict stops, the friction stops, the discord stops, all the disagreements and it all stops. Don't lie, that's all facts. All of it is facts, man. Huh? Those are facts. And that's why I be saying, brothers and sisters, a chapter a day, keep the demons away, man. Stay in that Bashur, because I'm telling you, when Yahushua was talking about, and I ain't trying to confuse you with it, when he was talking to his apostles about how they were going to be treated by people who believe in the Savior, he was talking about how he said in one part of the scriptures where he said, don't premeditate, because it's not you that speaketh, but the Quadash Ruach, or the Father that speaketh within you. So what I'm telling you to stand up Bashir is you're putting not only the Mashiach's words in you, but those words are of Father. And when the time comes, if these hypocrites try to sneak up on you and try to play games, all that word you've been putting in your heart and mind and meditating on that word, studying that word, praying and letting that word be in your heart and mind, that word will rise up, and it won't be you rising up. It'll be Allah. And whatever words is going to be spoke on the hypocrite or hypocrites that's trying to pull up and trying to sneak this or whatever, trust me, you ain't going to have to do nothing. You're going to feel it come out your heart on these hypocrites. And I'm going to keep it 100 with you. This is one of the reasons you're going to figure out why they don't come around you like that. Because some of them done seen that come up out you before. You probably didn't know what it was, but you put enough of this word, especially the Bashiris. Because I believe we under the new covenant right now. I'm not confused about that. I'm not confused about that. When I read the Bashir, I read the Savior's word. Them words are alive to me. When I read those words, it's like I'm eating for real. The blood and the body of the Mashiach. Put them words in your heart. You ain't got to worry about no hypocrite coming up trying to play no games, okay? And these hypocrites are not coming by themselves. They always trying to sneak in your life and destroy you with a group. But even that won't work. You get enough of that word in you. So a chapter a day will keep the demons away. So where no wood is, there the fire goeth out. So where there is no talebearer, the strife ceaseth. Yep, it stops. No, it's done. Here's another one too. This is powerful right here. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 13. A talebearer revealeth secrets, but he that is of a faithful spirit concealeth the matter. This is a person that doesn't have to deceive you that they're a friend. You will know them by being a friend, by the things they tell you. Nobody else won't hear about it. You can tell them things and you will never hear about it again, because with that person, that's where those things stay. They're not a person that and that's why that's good to have a relationship with Father through the Mashiach, because if you do have issues, and people think this is a fairy tale, but I feel sorry for you thinking that, but I don't. All my pride, Elohim know everything about me. I got confidence when I say that. He know everything about me, baby. The good and the bad, the righteous and all that. He know it. And I'm going to him to sort this trash out, get rid of the trash, keep the treasure. He knows all my information. He knows all my troubles. He knows all my fears. He knows all my confidence. He knows all my goals. He knows everything. There's nothing about me that I'm hiding from Elohim. Nothing. And because I go to him like that, and he don't put me out there like that. People who come to me, I don't put them out like that at all. Yeah? So you gotta watch your back. Who you deal with out here, man. Because a lot of people ain't like that. They're not faithful in the spirit to care about what you telling them, because they'll tell everybody what you tell them. Okay? These are attention whores, bro. Okay? They need attention. They need eyes on them. They need to see that somebody's in the same range as them. They need it. Help me, Alim. So it says, a talebearer revealeth secrets, but he that is of a faithful spirit concealeth the matter. Yep. Elohim. And that's what a lot of gossip does, man. What you end up doing when you get into gossip, you start speaking and saying things that's outside of your character, when it comes to your faith in Mashiach. It's not you. You start acting like a person that's not you. See, when you in a Mashiach, you become normal again. But if you get around people who ain't in a Mashiach, you become not yourself. Okay? You become something that's unseemly, something that's just not normal. Listen, 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 16, but shun profane and vain babblings, for they will increase unto more unrighteousness, unfairness. That's what it does. Because when you get around a lot of gossipy people, that just run their mouth about people all day, and now you got people out here making money off running their mouth about people, bro. No, like I said, nobody's safe, and there's no mercy in a gossip group. Okay, you up in there gossiping, bro. You ended up going to take on these people's ways, and all you're going to do is spread that trash wherever you go and bring a whole bunch of trouble to yourself. A lot of unrighteous trouble. Like, it's trouble, man. And the sad thing about it is a lot of people don't even understand that a lot of these troubles that come to them be their fault, and they don't even understand it. And it be this very thing right here, gossiping about people. Keep in mind now, a lot of people out here making content off gossiping about people, and I'm showing you how they always come outwardly one way, but inwardly they another way. Listen to this right here. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 18. He that hideth hatred with lying lips, and he that uttereth a slanderer is a fool. Did you hear that? He that hideth hatred with lying lips. This is a flatterer. And he that uttereth a slander is a fool. How many people, I'm not telling you to predict or because you don't know, but I'm going to answer it anyway. How many people you think you around who really hate you for real, but with lying lips pretend like they like you, or they flatter you like they like you, or they look at you like they like you, or they have a way they speak to you like they like you? Man, watch your back. Watch your back. We almost done. Brothers and sisters, flee from gossip. And I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to myself right now. Just flee from gossip. If you even hear somebody bringing up somebody on some old weird stuff, dude, get up and walk away. Get away from that person, man, or those people. Back out. I don't care what you got to do. Go to the restroom or something, man. Say you got to go down the street or something. Disappear, man. Listen to this. Exodus chapter 23 and 1. You will not raise a false report. Put not your hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. That's what you see. People who are gossipers, they are unfair witnesses. They are deceptive bystanders. These are people that'll take things and just blow it out of context, man. These are people that'll lie when they don't even have. These people will just lie just to be lying about something. Listen, you will not raise a false report. Put not your hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. You got a lot of people that's out here being unrighteous witnesses, man. Gossiping about people they don't have no evidence on. Do you understand that? That's why I prayed to Elohim years ago, man. If I come out here, if you give me the strength and the joy to come out here and speak on my faith in the script, every now and then, I pray I don't name nobody's name at all. I ain't naming nobody. Well, I'm just naming behaviors that I've witnessed, things that I've heard, and that's it. And I let whoever listening connect the dots. I don't have to connect that for you. Y'all around enough of this to know what I'm talking about. I don't have to name nobody's name. Listen to this. Y'all heard this, man? 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 13. And with all, they learn to be idle, wandering about from house to house. And not only idle, but tattlers also, and busybodies, speaking things which they ought not. And listen, you can bring it up to modern day where we in this little digital world right now where everything is pretty much on the internet as far as like travel or, people got the FaceTime thing. So you only have to leave your house to even deal with people anymore. So where you can look at this, and with all they learn to be idle. All right, let's look up this again. Lazy. And that's how I look at hypocrites that always trying to get money the easy way. They really the laziest hypocrites out here, bro. Because what are you doing if you're not out here working? You got a lot of time to sit on your behind and look at what everybody else doing. Okay, look at this now. Let me yell at him. Idle.
Idle.
Of a person avoiding work. Lazy. Trifling. Foolish. Without purpose or effect. Pointless. Okay. And with all they learn to be idle, wandering about from house to house, and not only idle, but tattlers, also and busybodies, speaking things which they ought not. Wow.
Busybody.
A meddling or prying person, interferer, mischief maker, troublemaker, gossip. Am I saying this word right, prior?
Prying.
Prying. Excessively interested in a person's private affairs. This is what these... Flashback. This is what these lame hypocrites do all day long. They interested in what people secretly got going on in their lives for they can exploit it. Oh my goodness. These remind me of nerds in high school, bro. I'm talking about the biggest stankin' nerds you ever want to see, man. You walk in the room, everybody acknowledging you. What up, man? What you doing? Do-do-boo-boo. And you got this hypocrite sitting over there in the group while you being acknowledged, and they want to get close to you, and then you let them in, and then these hypocrites, you think this person cool, so you start putting them up on some things. Next thing you know, you hearing things that this hypocrite saying about you that ain't even true. Excessively interested in a person's private affairs. Too inquisitive. Am I saying that right, y'all?
Inquisitive.
Inquisitive, curious or inquiring. That's exactly how they movements be. If they see you got some type of vibe to you, you know, something about you that interests them, then they have they want to get in your life secretly and see how are you the way you are. Not to help you, but to exploit you. Oh, yeah, Melanie. I ain't trying to confuse mine. Definition of exploit.
According to Merriam-Webster.com, the meaning of exploit is deed, act, especially a notable, memorable, or heroic act.
Exploit.
Make full use of and derive benefit from a resource. Yep, that's it. And that's what people with these gossip contents be doing. That's what they do. All they do is find things about people and gossip and exploit them on their channels and make money off of them. Y'all the biggest hypocrites, dude. Trust me. I know the way I look, and I see you hypocrites be out here looking all fancy. I am not envious of nothing you got going on. You hypocrites is broke to me. The way you see me like this, I see you worse on the inside. Okay, you hypocrites is broke and tired. You hear me? Then it also says, for exploit.
Exploit.
Use a situation or person in an unfair or selfish way. Yep. Benefit unfairly from the work of someone, typically by overworking or underpaying them. So basically, these hypocrites want to get in your life, find out, you know, what's making you happy or what's giving you this confidence. Whatever they find, they want to take it and exploit it and do whatever they want to do with it. And then at the same time, gossip about you as though what you are, you got it from them. Okay? Ooh. Man, please. These broke hypocrites, bro. Help me out here. We almost done, brothers and sisters. This is for hypocrites that gossip and especially for hypocrites that deny the script. This is my last one. This is for hypocrites that deny the script. You are unbelieving hypocrite, and you come from family. Some of those family that was in the script, and they told your hypocrite behind what you needed to do, and you even spit on them. But this is for you hypocrites that's out here making your damn money off gossiping about people because you a black-hearted hypocrite and you ain't no good and you're trash. Listen to this. Proverbs chapter 19, verse 5. A false witness will not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies will not escape. So listen, I'm going to tell a hypocrite like this. Get your damn money, man. Get your money, dude. Do what you got to do. But let me tell you something. While you getting your damn money and you're playing with your family and your friends and you're doing all your traditions and pretending whoever you pretending to be, the graveyard waiting for you and the other side is waiting for your hypocrite behind. It's waiting there. You ain't running nowhere, man. You ain't going to no damn Mars. You ain't floating nowhere out of space. Your hypocrite behind gonna be right here when you fade away, and you're gonna get buried in the earth like everybody else when the time is right. A false witness will not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies will not escape. You heard that? Let me go ahead and break it down. I know they understand, but let me break it down for them before I get out of here. Come on, here.
Escape.
Break free from confinement or control. Get away, get out, run away, run off, break out. You're not escaping. You hypocrites can come out here, make your money spreading your damn evil. Make your money doing your damn gossip. You're gonna pay for it when it's all over. I mean, it's truly 15 minutes of fame. Really, that's the life of a gossiper. 15 minutes of fame for an eternity of pain. Wow. But brothers and sisters, stay in the Bashuras, stay in Yahushua HaMashiach. Do not reject the Hebrew king, man. Don't be like these weird hypocrites out here, dude. Because I don't give a care how they outwardly looking. These people are on a spiritual spiral suicide, man. These people are spiritually suicidal and they going down. Watch your back. Later.